Welcome! This is the second video in a series of 3 on ruching, a dimensional sewing technique commonly seen in Baltimore Album Quilts. In the first video, I showed you how to ruche a strip of fabric, and in this one I want to teach you how to form it into a beautiful flower. If you haven't seen the first video, there'll be a link to it in the show notes below. I'll begin by looping my thread through the center point of the first 6 petals near the inside edge. After I've looped my thread through the 6th petal, I'll loop it again through the 1st petal and pull it tight to draw the petals together in a circle. My tail, of course, will be on the back. Now I'll bring my needle to the back and secure the tail to the petals with several back stitches. I'm going to go ahead and cut my thread now. If I don't, it'll just be in the way. Next, I'm going to curl my ruched strip outwards in a spiral until I get to the end, kind of like a reverse soft serve ice cream cone. I want the tip of each petal to be touching the midpoint of the strip immediately beyond it. That way, I will only see the outie petals and no innie petals. Pin or clip your strip to keep it in place. The biggest challenge with these flowers is to make them look like circles and not the spirals they really are. If you'll be making multiple flowers, it's really helpful to have a circle template to ensure that all your flowers are the same size, assuming, of course, that you want them that way. Circle templates can be purchased at art stores or office supply stores. There are few things in life that stack up to the joy of spending time in an art or office supply store. Using a single strand of thread that matches your fabric closely, come up through the tip of the first petal, passing through all layers, and take a small stitch to secure it to the strip directly beneath it. I'm using contrasting thread so you can see what I'm doing. Don't worry about going through all the layers with this stitch, just catch a little bit of fabric and it'll be secure. If you doubt this, you won't once you have to unpick an entire flower. Now I'm going to bring my needle all the way to the back and come up through the tip of the next petal over and repeat. On top, it will look like there are 2 stitches. I'm working counterclockwise, but you might find it more natural to work in the opposite direction. When I've made my way all the way to the outside, I'm going to tack the raw edge of the strip to the back of the flower. And here's the finished flower, and it's even mostly round. To attach it to my quilt, I'm going to tack the tip of each outside petal to the fabric directly beneath it as invisibly as possible. I'll come up, take a small stitch, then bring my needle to the back, move over 1 petal and do it all again. Sometimes the flower cups up a bit, and this can be dealt with by tacking the very center of the flower to the background. I like to attach my flowers to the background fabric after they're finished because I frequently change my mind on their placement. You can, however, attach them to the background as you're sewing each petal tip. If you do so, the back will look like this. Either way you choose, these flowers are a wonderful addition to both applique and piece quilts, as well as hats and bags. Join me in the final video in this series where I'll show you how to make these flowers even more fun by using 2 different ruche strips. And as usual, click the subscribe button below to see more from Loopy Tulip Designs, and go to my website, loopytulips.com, and check out Baltimore Blooms, a fun new project where you can put your newfound ruching skills to work. The link will be in the show notes below. Thanks for watching.